Good day, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of World of Warships. Today, the video in the background is going to be the Błyskawica, a Polish destroyer, as you're probably well aware, tier 7. We're going to see if it is a low-tier Kaba. It's definitely got the guns for it, and we'll see what happens. This is actually a pretty good video. Right off the bat, I'll go ahead and say before we get into the content of the video, we do need IHFE for this ship. I think it would increase the damage because you'll see the number of hits. I think I get somewhere around 250 hits on target, but still the damage isn't quite that high. So maybe if you have the IHFE on it, it might be a very, very good tier 7 ship to kind of play definitely along the lines of a Russian destroyer, staying at distance and firing. It seemed to work out for me anyway in this video, and I've always loved it even after they nerfed the crap out of it. This video is going to be about what I feel like World of Warship needs to change to make it more enticing for people to play more, for new people to come in and hopefully get some people back that have left the game. I have a friend personally who left the game over the carrier situation. He really didn't enjoy sailing around in other ships. He really enjoyed playing the carriers, and obviously the carriers are absolute crap now, so he just decided he'd move on to greener pastures. So we're going to talk about that as well as some other things. These are my opinion on what needs to change with World of Warships. Tell me what you guys think. But we're going to start off with number one. This goes back to the recent patch of the nerfing the Invisifire, stealth firing. World of Warships likes to claim everything's based upon reality and how things really are. But my first point is going to be disengagements. If you're going to go ahead and nerf the DDs to the point where they're visible, however range of fire they have, so they have a 15 kilometer range, they're visible for 15 kilometers all the way around their ship. That's interesting in and of itself. I do agree with the change. I think it promotes more aggressive play, more getting up close and personal, which is always better than the passive people hitting in the back and no idea where they are. So moving on to the engagements, I think that the destroyers should have an enhanced disengagement. When they engage, they should be able to disengage more quickly than other ships. I think it should be based upon the size of the ship, should be based on how fast they're traveling, and it should also be based upon the caliber of the guns. Why should a tier 7 US destroyer Sims be as detected as long as a North Carolina that's sailing backwards at 5 knots, just bow on firing? Why should a tier 7 destroyer who's going 36 whatever knots be as detected as long? He's maneuvering, he's actively maneuvering. His guns don't give off nearly as big of an imprint, an impression of smoke or fire or whatever. I think that's realistic. I think the disengagement factor shouldn't be the straight 20 seconds or whatever exactly it is. I'm pretty sure it's 20 seconds, but it shouldn't be that. It should change for different values of ships. They should have unique disengagements, like they supposedly have unique firing abilities, firing arcs, torpedo arcs, whatever. I think disengagement should be unique as well. They significantly nerfed many destroyers, but they still have things that are garbage, like the radar. If I'm on the other side of an island and a ship pops radar, there's really no way that realistically that ship should see my ship on the other side of the mountain. Radar doesn't work like that. Radar doesn't necessarily go through mountains, at least definitely not in World War II. So they should work on that. Radar shouldn't be this thing that can just see, like the Soviet destroyers. Let's just go sit next to an island where I know the enemy's on the other side and I'm going to pop it. So I've got an 11 kilometer range on my radar, so boom, there's the whole team, and I have no way to take fire from me using this perk I have. I think that's bullcrap. It's not realistic, and they need to fix that. Moving on to my point number 3, max detect range. I mean, you can see throughout this video, the max detect range stays all the way as far out as possible, even when I'm not being detected. Why is my max detect range all the way out if I'm not detected? That doesn't make any sense to me. If I'm hidden for the moment, I'm not firing my guns, then I should be hidden. I shouldn't still have a max detect range that's as far out as I can shoot. That doesn't make any sense. And that's gotten me on several occasions, as far as coming from behind a mountain when I'm not detected, and then all of a sudden I'm spotted because I still have a 14 or 15 kilometer detection. I just don't think it's like that. They should make that skill based upon players and their ability to pay attention to where shots are coming from. If they're blind firing behind a mountain, that should be up to the other players to know where that ship is and to be looking for that ship there, not for the detect range to still be kind of cheating and all the way out the max range of your guns. That they need to fix that. Number 4 is what I talked about earlier, the carriers. I mean, this is ridiculous. This has been an issue for what, over a year, and they still haven't really done much to help CVs at all. They really need to come up with something to make CVs want to be played, make CVs powerful. Carriers were the deciding factor in World War II. That was it. Carriers should be technically the strongest ship on the team. Maybe they need to make sure it's just one carrier on a team, no 2 carriers. I don't know. Make something up to equal it out. You have these ships out here, and it's not just one ship per team. It can be multiple ships per team, across all nations, across all platforms of ship, whether it be destroyer, cruiser, or battleship. That these ships have 100+ rating in anti-air. You never know who has the good ship when it comes to anti-air. What do they spec for? Which is fine, but it should be a trait per ship, not a trait for any ship to be. It's crazy that you can get out there with your planes and go after a cruiser, one cruiser, and it can wipe out your entire squadron. That's not realistic. That's just doesn't promote replayability for carrier captain. I think that they should have more ways to, and this is point number 5, I think they should have more ways to earn specialty items. We've had things in the past earning ships, and don't get me wrong, I enjoy that. I actually play that, even though you need like 100,000 XP, base XP for it. I'll grind it and get my 100,000 base XP to get a ship. That's cool, but that's a lot. What about specialty flags? What about specialty camo? I mean, they have all the regular camo and the regular flags. That's all well and good, but I think that they could have a continuous rotation. Maybe not 100% continuous, but fairly continuous rotation on earn some dragon flags, earn some speed flags, earn camo for your ships. I think that they need some camo that you can actually earn, that you don't actually have to spend money on. Actually, put time and effort into the game to earn something other than a ship. And of course, if they want to throw in ships to earn as well, then shoot, yeah, let's do that too. At least that's when I've enjoyed playing the game, when I have something to really work towards. I really grind it. Going up the lines is fine, but basically you're going up a line of say Japanese cruisers, and you pretty much get the same thing as you go up. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Maybe the ships get a little more powerful, a little more HP. I mean, you do take a big jump once you get up to tier 10, but it's like you kind of in the same ship over and over and over and over and over again. It's like the freaking Miyoko Ugami. Of course, they're getting ready to buff that with the 155mm. Everybody probably uses the 203, but I mean, it basically has the same feel to it. So if you could earn some stuff, earn flags, earn specialty camo, Earn ships, obviously. Remember the Texas when it came out? It had like an American flag camo on it. Not realistic, no, but interesting. Why don't they do that for all the nations? Imagine having like a huge British flag across your ship, huge French flag across your ship. I mean, it might be white, but it'd still be, interesting. A huge Russian flag across your ship. Just something interesting to change it up. I mean, and they can't say, oh well, we're gonna do just what's realistic. No, they didn't do just what's realistic. They have the ARP ships. They're coming out with some other anime thing, which is kind of weird to me, but they've done stuff like that in the past. So that's just some thoughts. And again, if you guys have any thoughts, throw them in the comments. Let's take a look at them. Who knows? Maybe somebody important will read them, and we can get something changed. Next point is going to be ranked play. I mean, ranked play is just terrible. Just terrible. I've had different times where I've looked at other players and I actually perform as well or just as well as these players, but my win percentage is like 20%, 15% worse than these other players, and it's consistent. I don't have a good win percentage in ranked at all. It's barely 50%, so I just don't play ranked. It's frustrating when you're constantly on teams with people that don't know how to play the game. Seems like they should, especially in a ranked, is have the matchmaking really fine-tuned, that people that are like-minded, that play well, and you can see that from the stats. People that play the objectives, you can see that through stats, whether it's base captured or whatever. They need to do something with the ranked where like-minded people play together and have the best chance to win, because I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything, but I was pretty much top player on most of my ranked battles, and I did horrible, like 52% win percentage or something like that. It's just terrible. I've compared my win percentage to Natzer. Natzer's got a far better win percentage than me, but on the ships that I enjoy playing, like the Scharnhorst, it looks like I performed just as good or better. Don't get me wrong there. I'm not saying I'm as good as Natzer is. Natzer is very consistent with his gameplay. I'm a little more erratic. But when it comes to ranked play, I actually try to do what needs to be done to win. And it just seems like other players aren't. And that's very, very frustrating. And I pretty much, if I see that's the way ranked's going to be, I've tried it 2 seasons now and just gave up on both of them, because I don't have the time to do 250 battles to get rank 1, when I feel like it should be 100 to 150. It should be about where you need to be to hit rank 1. And if you're not there by then man, what's going on? And what's going on is the win percentage. So that's what I think rank needs to be done. They need to really reevaluate how they match people up in ranked play, and they need to try to put like-minded people together so they can move up through the ranks. Next point is, when are we going to be able to pick our own mode of play? Right now we've got random, ranked, and co-op, right? Random, ranked, and co-op. That's all well and good. Nobody plays co-op really, except when you're getting on, trying to figure out how to play the game. I get that. Ranked, that only comes around so often. But the random, we've got standard, domination, epicenter. Why can't we pick between those? Why does it have to be just random? Why can't we pick what we want to do? And it seems like they don't want to do that because they know everybody's going to pick domination. Well, maybe so, but that's what people want to play. That's more enjoyable. It's a completely different tactic when you play these different maps. It's just a different way to learn how to play. Why shouldn't you be able to play the way that you enjoy more? It just seems like a no-brainer for me as far as that goes. My last point is going to be credit income. This is an interesting one, because you get into these high-tier matches, You get into 8. 8's iffy, but 9 and 10. If you don't have like a really good game, you run the risk of losing money. If you have premium, you can still lose money. If you don't have premium, why do you even bother playing? You're going to have an excellent game to even earn any money. I don't think that should be like that at all. I think credit income. I think if we're going to play the game, we should earn money, whether we win, lose, or anything. I mean, even if we get 20,000 damage or whatever, you should still earn money for that. I think maybe the only way you shouldn't earn money is if your ship doesn't even move or something like that. But whatever it is, you should earn credits for playing the game. You should never go backwards when playing a game. This game is so reliant on other people working together to win. No individual should be punished because the team is just not cohesive. You should at least earn something. That's what I think. You should at least earn something, whether it's $1 or what. You should at least earn a little bit of money to advance. Alright, thanks everybody for watching the video. I'm just going to let this play out. I don't really have anything else to go over here in my notes, so I'm just going to let the video play out. It does become kind of close at the end, but you can just see the how do you say this now? Bliska Vitsa. You can just see that it's got potential there to be a Habrosk. It's got the potential to be the tier 7 Habrosk. So it's a good ship. Once I get the points for it, IHFE, man, hopefully I'll get that damage up to closer to 100,000 by now with the 200 hits. That's what we're looking for. Got some good fires though, but I appreciate you guys watching the video. Just continue to watch it. Watch the end. Spoiler: we don't win. All right, but I do appreciate you guys watching the video. Good day.
Kapitanie, problem rozwiązany. Krytyczne uszkodzenie silnika. Zasłona dymna ustawiona. Kapitanie, problem rozwiązany.
Pancernik zniszczony.
Torpedy od bagburty. Torpedy od rufy.